One of the chats, I'm using a gimbal for the first time, so if you get a little woozy or feel like you're gonna puke because of it, my apologies. I'm getting used to, I move a lot when I talk, and so I thought this would be cool, but it might have a opposite effect on you all. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about the remote for the XGIMI Horizon Pro. Someone in one of the threads was talking about just how good of a remote it is, which is kind of a big deal and not talked about a lot, and I completely agree. The biggest thing being is it's super easy to, like, let's say it's a little out of focus. Here's the camera right here, right? I'm gonna actually pan over here and then turn off. There we go. So as you can see right here, I have the Horizon Pro is above me, mounted to the ceiling, and we have this right here. Now, if I wanted to quickly focus, autofocus, I just tap right there, and it works pretty automatically. Auto-magically is what I was trying to say. And it works really well. Let me see if I can just make it out of focus real quick. If I do this, let's see if that worked. No, because it's really good. Okay, but anyways, every once in a while, like maybe sometimes what will happen is I'll turn on the Horizon. Let me see if this works. I'll turn it off. So all I did was push this power button right here, and now it says power off, restart, or display off. So I'm just gonna restart it, hit that center button right there, and now it's gonna restart and recycle. I'm gonna purposely try to mess it up a little bit by standing in front of it. That usually creates maybe like a focus issue because I'm moving around my office getting ready, just turned it on, etc. And now it's gonna restart. And we'll see what the dealio is. So, okay, now it's turning on. As you can see, you start to see the logo on my forehead. So I'm gonna purposely stand here and see if this messes up the screen a little bit. Doing a little dance for you. And yeah, I mean, everybody wants to see me dance, that's for sure. All right, it's very bright. Let's see if this will help. So now it's starting up. It's getting going. I'm hoping it's out of focus. And occasionally it does happen when I stand right in front of the screen. And let's see here. And usually what happens when it powers on, it'll actually run through a cycle of trying to autofocus itself. So I'm hoping it'll try to autofocus on me versus the screen. And look, yeah, see that right there? See, it's auto focusing right there. So now I'm gonna try to have it focus on me and get a little confused. Let's see if that works. It's probably like, dude, what's going on? Because I'm purposely trying to mess it up. All right, great. So let's see. Nope, it focused fine. So it's a really good projector. It's hard to put it out of focus. It only happens every once in a while. So another kind of cool thing too that I wanted to show is if you want to get to settings real quick, you just tap this guy right here. Watch. Boop. And then there's your settings. What I love sometimes is, especially when I'm trying to mount it from high above and I'm moving it, because I do videos and stuff, so I move it all the time and it gets messed up. If you go to keystone correction, there is auto keystone correction. Honestly, like, that'll work for some instances, but I don't know. I feel like anybody that's on this Reddit thread is probably going to want to go right to manual keystone correction. But if you've been playing around with keystone a lot, etc., like, it looks like I need to, so my mount sometimes drips just a little bit, drips as in like it like slides a little, so I need to push it back up a little bit, right? As you can see, there's a little bit of a line right here, so I just need to push it back up. This is not a projector problem, it's a mount problem. But anyhow, something that I wanted to point out in the settings, which is super easy to get to, you go to keystone correction, go to keystone settings. If you click on keystone restore, if you've been futzing around with keystone quite a bit, you click on keystone restore, it's gonna take the screen back to its original settings. And you might find, gosh, I've been trying to futz around and figure out how to get the screen to work when really I've just been, I should have just restored the keystone back to its original positioning. And as you see here, it looks pretty great. Now I have it almost exactly where I want it because I have it in the right position without having to really futz around with any keystone. I just gotta move the projector slightly up because as you can see, I can't move it up any further because of the angle I have. I have it perfectly on here, and it's ready to rock and roll. Anyway, the whole point of this conversation was to talk to you about the remote. It has Google built in, which is pretty cool. So I could be like, play Jurassic Park. And there it is. It just started. See? Oh, it was crazy. It worked really well. It's really fast. It's intuitive. I love that it has Google built in. How about play Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube Music? Okay, it's still playing Jurassic Park. Play Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube Music.
Sure, playing Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube Music.
There you go. Now it's going to switch over there, which is great. Yeah, I should open YouTube Music. Yeah. Anyway, put it back to this. Pretty cool. So what you have here is you have this. You just touch it once, and you'll get you have volume control. So you can just turn it down really easily. See. And then turn it up, whatever. You got a home button right here. This is to get to options. You can always hit the back button. This is fully functional for up, down, left, right, all the things you gotta move, and then the center is your go. Instant settings, power, etc. It's a great remote. It's very, very quick. For me though, the magic is that focus button. So every once in a while when it's out of focus, I just tap it and it just focuses and it works every time. Settings is also nice too. If I just feel like playing around with something, maybe there's a new setting with like Google Home or Google Assistant, or with Gemini. It's going to be Gemini soon. All the things. It's a really, really good remote, and I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has about that. But just getting to settings so quickly and easily by just tapping right there, then you can get to everything you want. What's nice too about the XGIMI Horizon Pro is that when you hit settings, it shows you the shortcut settings, which is like the most frequently used settings. And then of course, if you want to get to all of them, you just go to the bottom and hit that bottom button right there, and it'll take you to all settings, right? Which is pretty cool too. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to show you the remote. I think it's a really, really good remote, and enjoy.